All right, so we'll kick things off. So thank you to those people who have managed to make the live call, and for those of you who will be listening on the recording at a later date. For those who I've not met before, my name is Louisa, and I am a health and wellness coach, amongst other things. My passion is basically helping people with health and well-being. So I try and find as many different ways as possible that I can do that. So basically the last, few years I've completely changed my diet and changed the way I was living and things like that. And, it's been working really well for me. So now I've wanted to up things. And what I've sort of found through my experience as being a life coach is that, people can do all that they want in terms of, food obviously is a fantastic foundation for us all, the food that we're eating, and that is actually, the more I've learned about it, it's such a massive part of every single aspect of our, all diseases and just different things, even to do with mental illness and things. There's such a massive link between the food we're eating and those sort of things in our life. And we all know at the moment, that the amount of processed foods in people's diets and the amounts of toxins and things we're exposed to, and and then we're seeing a massive rise in things like obesity and heart conditions and diabetes and all these preventable diseases that didn't exist before all this, the convenience foods and all those things that have came into play. And so by making simple changes to your diet, you can see you'll see massive changes in your whole life. And that's how I started. So my personal journey was just over 3 years ago. I went from always having very, very, very high processed diet, very high sugar diet. My whole childhood, everything came out of a packet or a jar. And it was just the way, that was when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, that was the time of convenience foods because it was a pretty new thing. That's just how most people chose, lots of people chose to use it because it was so much easier and saved so much time. So as a result, in my adulthood, I was always low energy. I was always getting sick. I've always suffered from psoriasis in my scalp, which is a skin inflammation. Always had digestive issues. I've had, previous to changing my diet, I've had a whole host of different things going on in my life. So my simple switch was, my simple thing was to quit sugar. So I did Sarah Wilson's I Quit Sugar, just read the book and followed her 8-week program, which I surprisingly did with ease from someone who was completely addicted to sugar. That was my starting point for me personally. And in the beginning, I was like, yeah, everyone has to do this. But then I sort of realised that, okay, just because something works for me, the same thing will not work for every single person. So we're all at different stages in our life. And I've also realised that different foods affect different people as well. So we could all be eating, the exact way that I'm eating, but just because it agrees with me may not agree with you because we're also individuals. So, like I say, for me personally, my stepping stone was changing my diet and changing the way I was eating. And this then led me to realise, okay, well, once I've changed my diet, there's still other things in my life I need to start changing. So maybe I need to start being more mindful, or maybe I need to add gratitude to my life, or meditation, or yoga, and these sort of other more holistic things that have given me a bit more of an overall wellness, like we talk about well-being being with your mind, body and spirit. So it's not just the body, which is your, the food and things like that and wanting to lose weight, but it's so much more. And that's when the difference between it becoming something like trying to lose weight and I'm going to do this diet to this is my life or my lifestyle. And 3 years later, I've not looked back, and I'm constantly evolving and changing to do with, the way I'm living my life. So it's something really, really simple that I've done, and I've slowly evolved over the last 3 years. And I've got it to a point now where, I don't really get sick anymore. My kids don't get sick anymore. My psoriasis, which I've had for 20 plus years and was always treating, it's almost gone. Don't have any digestive issues anymore. Don't have any issues sleeping. I don't have, I used to have skin breakouts and things all the time. That's gone. My weight has stabilised. when I first changed my diet, I lost about 8 kilos, and it's not ever changed. It's just been the same ever since. And, you know, I don't always eat perfectly, but it's just by just changing the more holistic approach. Also in my coaching, I've coached people who have changed their diet, and they're eating amazingly, really clean diet, they're working out 6 days a week. And one client in particular, she was doing these things and she was putting on weight. She wasn't losing weight. She was like, why? What is going on? Why am I not doing that? And the reason being, which I knew but she needed to realise for herself, was the fact that there were so many other aspects in her life that she was so unhappy with. She was in a job that just did not serve her. She was surrounded by toxic relationships. She was very low self-worth, and just didn't really love herself that much. And as a result, she's not going to lose the weight. So I've realised, and my technique to health is not just changing your diet, but changing your mindset as well, because that's when you're really going to see changes, and that's when you're going to see lasting changes that, you know, it's not just another quick fad diet, it's just something that you're going to be able to do for your lifetime. So that's where my thinking of the Spring Clean transformation has come into play. It's not just about changing the food you eat, and we are, during the 30 days, we're definitely going to be cleaning up people's way of eating and just like going back to simple whole foods. But it's also about changing people's mindset as well. So it's about how, simple and really, really simple techniques. Each day over the 30 days, there'll be a new technique added, which will basically help. And it's something simple. It's only going to take a couple of minutes of your time. It's something you can easily implement into your day. But it's something that would have really great impact, you know, for your future, and just making it something more of an ongoing thing rather than just for the 30 days. You might try things that you might really like and keep sticking in a habit of, or there might be some things that you try with 30 days that might not be for you, and that's why there's 30 different things for you to try that are going to work on your mindset. So basically the program itself, so like I said, it's 30 days of whole food eating. So what whole food is, if you're not really sure, it's basically, you know, things that grow. So like your plants, animals, things that swim in the ocean, like your fish, nuts, seeds, all those sort of really simple things, you know, going back to scratch, going back to how our grandparents used to cook. But it doesn't have to be hard, and it doesn't have to be time consuming. So when I first started, it was hard and it was time consuming, but luckily I have had 3 years of experience in experimenting in trials and errors, and I've found a way to make it really, really simple. So I'll be sharing really simple recipes and things with you, and simple ideas with you. And you're also going to get a few recipe books. So a couple here that I have designed myself. One's a family-friendly one. One's more geared to adults, but lots of the recipes can be adapted for kids. I've got 2 kids, so I don't cook 2 different meals every night. I cook 1 meal and, just make little healthy switches to the meals we're cooking. So they're all really simple recipes that you can use. You'll also get the How to Plate Up book, which was created by Natalie Baldock. And this is a fantastic reference because it has a really great eating philosophy in it. So what I'm doing, it's not about a set diet. We're not paleo, we're not, vegan, we're not it's not about having a set diet, because I don't believe in having a set diet. It's more about just trying to figure out what works for you. And if you go back to basic whole foods, you can't go wrong. But Nat has got this amazing eating philosophy in her book, which you will be getting, which basically tells you what you should have on your plate, whether you are paleo or whether you're vegan or whether you're vegetarian or whether you're whatever thing that you're doing. So your simple plate should have 60% plant-based carbs. So when we're talking carbs, we're talking fruit and veg. That's your plant-based carbs. That's where you're getting your carbs from. 10% fats, we're talking about good fats, and I'll go into this in more detail in the program. And 30% of that is your protein. So it doesn't matter what diet you're following. If you follow that simple philosophy, and then she's got a whole range of yummy recipes as well in that book for you as well. So really, really simple recipes to do. You'll also be given access to this Facebook group during the 30-day program. So the Facebook group is basically designed to give you support. So each day I'll be checking in, I'll be sharing information that's relevant to you. I'll be sharing any recipes that I find simple and easy that fit in with the way that we're doing things. And it will also be a great place for you to ask questions or share anything you found useful, any tips. And one of the things that I'm going to really enjoy sharing with you guys is all my time-saving and money-saving tips on how to make healthy eating really quick and simple. I've got a great range of things that I do just to make my daily life simple, because I'm a mum of 2 young kids. I work. I lead quite an active and busy lifestyle, so I need it to fit into my life for it to be doable. So I'll be sharing simple things that I do with you through the program too, which is exciting. You'll also get a 30-day transformation exercise book and journal for you to do. So that will be something emailed to you that you can then fill out. So you'll have daily activities and tasks that will have to do with both your mind and your body. And that will be, like I said, simple little activities for you to do that won't interfere with your day. I know we're all with very busy lives. I don't think we're sitting down for half an hour every day having to do these activities. It's designed to be a couple of minutes a day, simple activity you can do. Some of them might be a bit longer and you can stretch out, but they're simple things. So you'll get support on the Facebook group on those as well, just to make sure you're up to date with everything that's going on. And it's not anything, if you fall behind and you haven't done all the activities, that's fine. You just do it at your own pace. But if you want to do it in the 30 days that we're all doing it together, that's great. It's sort of good to do it as a group, because then we move through it all together, and it's something that you can easily get that support for each day and automatic feedback and things like that. So you'll be getting lots of help with that. You're also going to be getting access. I'll be doing a few different Zoom calls like I'm doing tonight, and it will be on more specific topics to do with health and well-being. So you'll have access to a couple of those during the 30 days as well. And if you can't make them live, the recording will be uploaded as well and emailed to you, and also put on the Facebook group. So a few more free workshops, I guess, for you. You'll be getting unlimited support during that 30 days from me personally. So any questions you want to ask, any struggles you're having, you will have unlimited access to that support from me personally. I'm happy to help people just get healthier and happier. If there's anything you're getting stuck on, then that's when you can call out to me, and don't just sit there thinking I don't know what I'm doing. Just reach out and ask for help. Don't be scared. So it's an amazing program. So, but the best thing about the program is an amazing product called Juice Plus. Now, I don't know if any of you have heard about Juice Plus or are taking Juice Plus, but what Juice Plus is, and it's this awesome product here that has changed my life over the last 18 months since I've been taking it. It's just fruit and veg in a capsule. Such a simple product, but the reality is, I don't know about you, but I know most of us on the call tonight are not living in places where we have access all year round to organic fruit and veg, or fresh fruit and veg for that matter. And it's just a way basically to get in. Well, our recommended serves is by the government, or whoever puts out the recommended fruit and veg. The name of them's gone out of my brain at the moment. They recommend 5 and 2 serves of fruit, 5 serves of veg, 2 serves of fruit a day. Okay, so if we're thinking of an apple, a fresh organic apple that's picked off fresh off the tree at the point of ripeness, if we were to eat that apple, or we were to have our apple from Coles or Woolies, which we have access to most of the year, we would have to eat the equivalent of, say, 6 or 7 of those apples to get the same nutrition we're going to get from our organic apple. So if we have our recommendation of 5 and 2, and we're only eating, if we are eating 5 and 2, we're probably still not eating enough, because the nutrition levels, once you pick a piece of fruit off a tree, the nutrition in it's gonna diminish the longer it stays, it sits there, or even when you pick it before it's ripe too. Obviously the point of ripeness is the most nutrition content, and time before or time after, the less it is. So if you're thinking about where your fruit and veg is that you're getting most of the time, and if it's, you know, if you have access to 10 serves of organic fruit and veg every single day, then you can do that consistently forever, that's awesome. But if you can't, like most people, I know for me personally, I thought I was awesome at the beginning. I was like, I don't need this stuff. I eat smoothies, salads, veggies every meal. You know, there's no way I'm going to need this to use Juice Plus. But my friend was telling me about it, and at the time I had two really, well, I still not as fussy, but I have two kids who were quite fussy at the time, and they were not eating enough fruit and veg, and they had, you know, they were still getting sick all the time. We've had issues with hay fever and constipation and a whole list of other things. So I wanted it for them, and my lovely friend told me that the kids one's actually free with every adult order. So I was like, oh, well, if I'm going to get the kids ones free, I might as well just give the adult one a try as well and see, you know, see if that works for me. So I gave it to the kids, and I was taking my adult one as well. And I found within, you know, a couple of months, the kids weren't getting sick as much anymore. I wasn't getting sick at all anymore. You know, we'd have the odd sniffle, but nothing major. My daughter's hay fever, that was the one that really surprised me. She was a chronic sufferer of hay fever, and I was medicating her daily for different things that she was allergic to. And I went from doing daily to maybe a couple of times a month, which was pretty big when we had tried everything over, you know, the 6 years of her life prior to that, to then simply add some more fruit and veg to her life in, you know, Juice Plus form. And it's simply, it's sort of stopped being an issue anymore. Same with the constipation issues, same with, you know, the whole family was sleeping better. The whole family, you know, weren't getting sick so much. We all have more energy. Just felt better in our mood in general. So it was something that really, really helped me. That's why I love sharing it with people. I know it's not for everyone, but if you are somebody who knows you don't get enough fruit and veg, which, like I say, I live a life where I like to go out for dinner now and then. I like to go around to my friends' houses for dinner now and then. I don't want to be constantly thinking, oh no, I need to have, you know, another 5 more serves of fruit and veg today. You know, now and then I don't care about that stuff. I go out, I enjoy my life. So this is like my insurance policy. I know that I'm getting basically enough nutrition. My whole family's on it, and they have been for a year and a half, and it's completely changed the way we were eating. Even though we were healthy before having it, and we were eating primarily whole foods, this just helped really take things to a whole new level. So that's why I love it, and that's why I tell everyone about it. It's really, you know, helpful for me. I've seen friends who have suffered from anxiety, who thought anxiety was related to fruit and veg. But it turns out that it made massive, massive impact in her life and lowered her anxiety levels by just adding Juice Plus to her life. Same things, you know, with asthma, with depression, with a whole lot of other things. There's so many things when you start looking into different conditions and adding more fruit and veg to them. The change is mind-blowing, and it's like I said, if I didn't really believe it until I tried it for myself, and now that I've tried it, I want to tell everyone about it, and I wish everyone could be taking it because it's so awesome. So this is really going to help you during the 30 days because it's basically going to give you a boost of 30 different fruit, veg and berries. Even if you do eat a lot of fruit and veg like I was doing, I still didn't think I ate a great variety. I had my favourites that I would eat. I know my kids definitely had their 5 or something that they were eating, and that would be the same ones every single day. So they weren't eating a broad range. You know, when was the last time you had elderberry and artichoke and bilberries and papaya, and, you know, these are some of the things that are in here that you might not have on your normal diet, but it's giving you that broad spectrum, which is basically, if you're just having, say, lots of greens, you're only going to get the nutrients from the green veg. If you're only eating lots of reds, then you're only going to get the nutrients. If you're eating the whole rainbow every single day consistently, you're going to get that whole entire range of nutrients, which is what we all need for optimal health. So this is one part of it, and then the other part to really step things up. So this is called your micronutrition. So this is basically all the micronutrients located in all your fruit and veg. Then we have our macronutrients, which is this awesome other product that we have. And these are the only products Juice Plus do. There's not lots, so I don't need to bore you because it's all you need is these two, and it's simple. This is called Complete. And basically, it's an amazing form. It basically makes a whole balanced diet. So it can be used as a meal replacement, which you could do during the cleanse. And if you're wanting to lose weight during the 30-day transformation, you might want to use this a sachet a day as a meal replacement if you wanted to. And I'm not an advocate for meal replacements at all. However, this has been scientifically formulated in such a way that it has the exact right amounts of fibres, proteins and nutrients. It's all balanced out properly. So you're getting an adequate amount of meal. It's all completely plant-based. There's nothing synthetic added in it at all. So it's vegan friendly, it's paleo, it's, gets all those ticks if you are following a certain diet regime, but it's only protein from plants. So and it tastes really yummy. My kids have every morning, this is their breakfast. So they get half a sachet in, one of them has it in coconut water and has it as a smoothie. So I literally get a mason jar, pour in half a sachet of chocolate, she calls it her chocolate smoothie, and put the lid on and shake it, and there's her breakfast. I normally add some probiotics and other bits and pieces to it too, but that's a really simple breakfast in 30 seconds. My other daughter likes it as a hot chocolate, she calls it, her healthy hot chocolate, and it's almond milk again with half the cup, warm up the milk a little bit so it is like a hot chocolate, and there's her breakfast. So breakfast for my 2 kids done in a minute. I can go back to bed if I want, so that's always a win. But it's really yummy for yourself too. So if you are someone with a bit of a sweet tooth, maybe this can be a fantastic replacement. Really easy breakfast. And yeah, like I say, it's just a real great balance. So it's designed sort of to be that, just that sort of meal that you can haven't got, if you're out, you're going to skip lunch one day, we'll have this. And what I'm going to be sharing with you in my smoothie book as well is I add them all the time to my smoothies just to add a nutritional boost. I add them to, if I'm making like whistles or something, I'll add them. So instead of using vanilla powder or chocolate, I would use a sachet of these to add it. Again, those are more nutrients. It's got things in it like pumpkin powder, pomegranate powder, spirulina, yucca, mushroom powder, all pea protein, broccoli sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, natural flavour, organic quinoa, aromatic millet. So it's got so many, things that you probably wouldn't normally have. I know my kids will not normally eat that sort of stuff, but they do in this. And like I say, it's a really great thing. I add it to porridges and things in the morning and chia pudding. So another simple thing which I can share the recipes for you. So to register for this program, it is going to be fantastic. But like I say, this is really going to be the things that boost your nutrition during the program and are really going to step things up and take things to the next level. So if you're, switching to simple whole foods for 30 days, and also if you haven't, already eliminated sugar from your diet, that would be an awesome starting point. But if you haven't, then by doing these simple whole foods, and I'll give you some good substitutes you can use instead, that'll be a great replacement for all the added sugars you have in your life. But yeah, just by stepping things up, by taking your capsules every morning, having a complete smoothie or a complete shake, or adding complete to something every single day, you will find your health will transform, but it will even go up a level because we're going to be working on your mind as well during the 30 days. So this is the ultimate overhaul for spring. So this time of year, I know lots of us are feeling a bit sluggish. We've been busy. We're on the home stretch now. Spring's almost here, so we want to start, getting ready for the babies over summer. If that's something you want to do, or just feeling good and feeling more energetic for the last part of the year. So I just want to, basically help you guys get there. So if it is something you're interested in doing, the program is free for those people who have purchased the complete and the capsules. So your 3 capsules work out to be $3.90 a day. So, less than a cup of coffee a day if somebody has a cup of coffee a day. And your complete work out to be $2.25 a day. So it's not a big cost to your health. If you think you were going to make, 50 different fruit, veg and berries and sprouted grains and stuff, that would cost a whole lot more than that a day. And plus, it's, you know, if you have a few glasses of wine a day, that's going to more than cover your costs. If you have a few beers or, you know, a cup of coffee a day, like I said, if you can spare money for that, sparing money for your health, you will not regret it. And this isn't just something, like I say, 30 days to have a bit of a detox and clean up, but then it's something you can implement for the rest of your life. So it's not just a quick fix. It's something that I want you to be able to do, ongoing for as long as you can. So did anyone have any questions about anything I've spoke about tonight? If you do, you can just unmute yourself. No. Well, so if you do want to take part in the program, then all you have to do is either get in contact with me, or you can contact the person who invited you to this call tonight, or to the Facebook event. So just get in contact with them, and they'll help you do any ordering if that's something you want to do. And then you will be added to the exclusive Facebook group, and you'll get emailed out with the information you need to get started. If you are interested in doing it though, to have your Juice Plus in time for the cleanse to start, you'll need to have your orders in by next Monday, the 22nd of August, and that will allow for enough time for them to get to you, so you can get started with the cleanse. So yeah, just like I said, check with the person who invited you to them, or you can contact me. My email address is louisa@happiness-starts-here.com.au, and if you have any questions, please feel free to get in contact too. So we'll end things there, but so thank you so much for coming on and listening in, and like I said, please feel free to ask any questions, and I hope you have a lovely evening. See you later.